Good morning. My name's Hillary, and it's Sunday Morning Live with John M. And here's our host, John M.
Hi. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Love is an awesome thing. It can change you from inside. Love can make you spread your wings if you're not afraid to fly. Some go running after love, and some just run and hide. Some have never tasted love, they've never even tried. But we can make it if we try a little harder. We can make it if we trust our hearts. We can make it. We can go a little farther. We can try to get to know each other. That's the way it starts. Time will never change your past, but it can change your point of view. Time, why does it move so fast? There's so much left to do. Why are we afraid of love? Afraid of something new? I am finally bold enough to say these things to you. Honey, we can make it if we try a little harder. We can make it if we trust our hearts. We can make it. We can go a little farther. We can try to get to know each other. That's the way it starts. Now, while we have a chance, let's not lose another day. Now, we've got it in our hands. Don't throw it all away. Come and lay it on the line. There is no other way. Come, if you're so inclined. I need to hear you say, baby, we can make it if we try a little harder. We can make it if we trust our hearts. We can make it. We can go a little farther. We can try to get to know each other. That's the way it starts. That was We Can Make It from my live CD, no overdubs. and I got through it without doing that. And I am John M., of course. Welcome to all of you. Thank you for joining us. I don't know who's here. Are there people here?
Oh, Angelina, Gary Glasser, Eric Patelli.
Hey, Eric.
And Pam Reisler.
Good to see you. Pam Reisler, hey, thanks for joining.
Here's a name I don't recognize, so it might be a friend of yours. Callum McQuarrie Thompson. Does that sound familiar?
Maybe.
Patrick Carrico.
Well, welcome anyway.
Welcome to everyone. Welcome to everyone.
Well, welcome to all of you. We are back for another edition of Sunday Morning Live. And I am your host, John M. And with me this week, today, is my special guest, for the first time, Joseph Eid.
Hello.
Joseph and I met kind of for like a second and a half at a Far West conference. And I've been seeing your name and stuff on online, on Facebook and various places. And I was reminded of you by a mutual friend in the music business, Hunter Scott, who is a great promoter and PR guy.
Sure is. He's a great guy.
And so I don't know a whole lot about you yet. I've read up a little bit about you online, but I know that you're a singer-songwriter. You have a couple albums out. Yep. You're also an actor. And you have a kind of a writer's night thing that you host.
Yes.
Is it weekly?
Yes, it's weekly.
In LA.
Yep.
And you got a whole lot going on, and I've heard some of your music and seen your videos and stuff, and I'm excited to have you here. So
it's great to be here.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, it's good to be here with you guys.
So we're going to get to hear you play something in a minute, but I suppose we should probably start with. There's only two places we could start, so I'll start with this one. You have this weekly show that you do.
Yes.
And so where is that? Tell us about that.
All right, so it's at a place called Bar Medellin, which is downtown. It's in downtown Los Angeles. And it's right on Broadway and 7th. And it's a great little bar, and they have a stage upstairs. It's a great little listening room. And it started as an open mic, which was a lot of fun for the last 6 months, and recently we've changed the format to more of a showcase writer's night. So this Monday, tomorrow, I've got 6 other singer-songwriters coming over.
6? Wow.
6, and we're doing 25-minute slots, so we're going to start at around 8, we're going to be done at 12. So it's going to be a long night, but it's going to be, I just have a feeling it's going to be very inspiring. I've heard all these guys play, and they're all awesome. So yeah, it's every Monday.
Do you book the people personally?
I do.
It's up to you?
Yeah, I do. And then the bar owner loves music, Garrett. He loves music, so he'll also send people my way. He'll be like, hey, I like this person or I like this person. So we just, he just wants to do live music.
That's very cool, and it's a rare thing these days. My experience, maybe yours is different, but my experience has been that most most bar people, bar owners, managers, what have you, in places where they have music, kind of look at music and musicians as kind of a necessary evil and an annoyance, and hey, could you open up the back door so I could load in?
Yeah.
Okay.
How many people did you bring?
Yeah, right.
Before you even start your set, and it's like, can I just play? Can I do my job? And I get it. Like people need to make money, but it is nice when you find a place that that maybe hasn't had this before, like live singer-songwriters, guitars, stuff like that. They've done more cabaret stuff, and they're excited about it, and they want to help you build it, and they want to help you promote it, and it takes the pressure off, and then you can be an artist,
right? Which
is like, what a concept! Wow, I can just go down there and play my music, and I don't have to worry about working my butt off to try to fill the room, even though I do anyway, because I want people.
Well, we should all promote because
you're gonna post the address and everything of this writers' night.
Yes,
yeah,
and it's always yeah.
So no, I mean, of course, all musicians who perform should promote their gigs. Of course, you don't want to play to an empty room, but as you and I were talking before off camera, There are too many people in the bar and restaurant business now who feel like they don't have to bother with that because it's the musician's job, and it's really not. Or at best, it's a shared responsibility.
It's a shared responsibility, and that's all I would expect. It's like, well, if you expect me to promote my gig, I hope that you guys do too, because you should. You have live musicians in your bar that are usually playing for free. And it is nice when you do get paid.
And speaking of which, you said, well, I get it. Everybody's got to make money, which is certainly true. But some people forget that musicians got to make money too sometimes.
Yeah.
So I assume this is like a free thing for the people who play there. But do you pass the hat or anything like that?
Yes, I'm gonna. Where there's a tip jar that's going to be passed around, and everything will be split between the artists, and it's great because this way, if they do have friends coming down. They're not paying a cover to get in, So they're probably more likely to buy merchandise, CDs, leaf tips, you know. And that's kind of what I want to work on doing, because I've been in LA now for almost 12 years, and I think actually it is 12 years. And I've seen what's out there for us as options, you know, which is why I tend to play a lot outside of LA, because I do feel there is much more room for artists to be paid that way. And I've had that experience, and it's wonderful. And not that LA won't do that. It's just there's so many artists and so much going on that I think it's become a thing where people just expect you to walk in and play for free. And sometimes people, you know, are trying to sell tickets and all that, which is... So I want to provide like a different, you know, space where artists can come down, they can promote, but it's not like they're going to be cut or not, you know, the set's going to be cut short if they don't have enough people in the room. It's not that kind of thing at all.
Well, and what is the guy's name again? Because God bless him for having
Garrett is
a charitable attitude toward musicians. That's great.
No, he's you know, it's like when a bar owner loves music and loves live music, then they're excited about having it in their bars. So it's just you know, but everybody's different, and so far we have this, so hopefully it'll just last.
Do you have, apart from the I gotta ask, parking? Can you park for free down there? Or?
It's actually, believe it or not, at first I was nervous about that, but downtown Los Angeles, there's lots of spots. I never have a problem finding a spot when I go down, and I get there like around 7:30, and I think the later it gets, it's a Monday night.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So that's a good thing, and Monday nights are great for I know a lot of artists and working musicians, because a lot of the gigs are on the weekends, and Monday's usually like a dark night for people, so it's a great night to go out. And also a lot of artists work in the service industry, and I know Mondays are also a good night to be off, you know.
Right.
So yeah, it tends to be pretty slow downtown on that night, and I have no problem parking.
Cool.
So come down.
Apart from that gig, are you playing anywhere else?
I just did a casino gig on Wednesday at San Manuel Casino in San Bernardino, stuff like that. You know, once in a while I'll have like a birthday party, wedding, stuff like that I like to do. But this night has kept me kind of busy performing in Los Angeles, so that I could focus the rest of my time on trying to get paid gigs a little bit outside of the city and touring stuff. And I'll be doing New York like I do every year in the summertime. I do Portland, Maine. I've got some friends there, and I'll probably go down to Nashville in the summer too, because I have friends there as well. So
great.
So yeah, I'm getting my fill of playing in Los Angeles by doing this night. So I don't really feel the need to be playing in other venues right now.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I have lots more to ask you about, but why don't we let you play a song
good. Yeah,
we can get to see what you actually do.
We're in tune here. This is an original that is off my latest EP, which is called Watch It Fall, and this song is called Watch It Fall as well. And I just filmed a video for this a couple weeks ago, and it just came back to me fully edited, and I'm excited to put it out, so look out for that coming soon. Alright, there we go. Knows the dirt on everyone. He's got secrets to tell. And the new guy who lives by the front door stands out there all alone. Yeah, he's got weakness to sell. And there's the actress downstairs with a dog who's dying, and he cries when she goes out. And there's a tattoo healer who's more like a dealer of things you don't want to know about. Now watch it all fall down, from the roof to the walls to the ground, round. Watch a dream sing, go. They keep on telling me go. the stairs. Been living there for 40 years. She's got stories of fright. Yeah, she tells tales of ghosts in the halls from tenants who lived here before, and the way that they died. And then she touches my face and says, I remember the man in your place. And that's when I slowly start to back out. And I say, lady, thank you for the history, but I really gotta go. You see, there's some things I don't wanna know about. Now watch it all fall, fall, fall down. From the roof to the walls to the ground, ground, ground. Watch a dream sing, 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 no, no, no. They keep on telling me, go, go. But one day when I'm famous, I'll finally move out of here. I first said 6 months, but it's been 6 years, and I'm still here. Yeah, I'm still here. Composer on the first floor, he's longing for something more. There's a pain in his eyes. And when he walks by with his girl hand in hand, he sneaks a look my way and I understand. See, there's a lot that he's hiding. And there's my friend upstairs from me with his theories of conspiracy, and I always seem to run into him when I've been drinking. And he says, just smoke this joint, my friend, and don't bother making any plans, 'cause this ship is sinking. I'm watching it all fall, fall, fall down. From the roof to the walls to the ground, ground, ground. Watch a dream sing, 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 go, go, go. They keep on telling me, go. They keep on telling me, they keep on telling me, they keep on telling me.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Very nice. You wrote that, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah. Very cool.
I can relate. I've been here 6 years too.
Nice.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
we're chafing at the bit to get out of here, actually. But
Well, these days it's tough because I don't know if you've looked at rents out there.
Oh, yeah.
But it's
Yes,
Every
very
day, every night.
and that's all we can afford to do is look.
yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Wow. Well, excellent. So, and that's off your new album.
That's off my new
and
album,
how new is it? How recent is that?
It came out at the end of May of 2017. So
Okay.
it'll be a year this May. It's been
Oh.
out for a little while, yeah. And,
Great.
That's one of my favorite tracks on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
well, it's beautiful, and you have a beautiful voice.
thank you.
So, now this you're obviously very comfortable playing solo.
Yeah.
And you do gigs that way and stuff too. Are the records solo also, or is there a band?
They're not. Yeah, the records are fully produced, full band, and I've been fortunate because the engineer and co-producer I work with, he and his partner, studio partner, have access to a lot of great musicians too. So they've introduced me to a lot of great guys, and I've brought in some musicians as well. So we work together. I basically just go in there with all my songs, play them, track them, do a demo thing, and then we bring in some musicians and we start playing stuff in the studio. And those guys end up playing the CD release shows with me and any other band shows.
Yeah.
And they're great. I mean, they're so inspiring, and they're all artists in their own right. So yeah, the record sounds a little bit. I mean, it's a lot more produced, but that song on the record is actually kind of, more bare, and so there's some, it varies.
You want to give a shout out to your producer?
Oh yeah, Brian Susi, he's amazing. I've worked with him on the last 2 albums, and yeah, we just have a great working relationship, and he's a perfectionist, and I love that. because I am too. So
that's important. Yeah,
it's just so important. I know a lot of people do their own records these days, but for me to work with someone like that who's got such a sharp ear, and he's such a great engineer, that I have like no doubt in my mind that we're walking out of there.
He's producer and engineer.
Yeah, he's co-producer. So we basically like produce the record together,
right?
Brainstorm, put together things and arrangements or whatever. But he engineers the record, yeah. And I trust him so much. So I'll probably work with him again on the next project. When you find someone like that you just click with, then you just why change it, you know?
Someone who gets it. Yeah.
He just gets it. He gets it, and he's so thorough, and I just really appreciate that. I've worked with a lot of people where I just have to go back and go like, oh, how come you didn't hear that? I don't understand. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't really happen with him. He catches everything.
Yeah.
Is the song that you put in that movie on this record?
It's not. That one is on the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us about that, because that was the next place I was going to go. I know you like all songwriters, you're looking to get music published and get it out in films and get it to anybody who will play it.
Yeah.
And these days that tends to mean, back when I used to live in Nashville, it used to be all about trying to get this or that huge country star to cut my song. And those days are kind of gone.
Yeah.
Now. But now it's all about film and TV.
Man, and I wouldn't mind having a huge country star, any star, cut my music.
Right.
Either. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
It's become, I feel like because it's like selling records is so, it's not hard. It's just because of all the streaming stuff, you can have 30,000 spins on something and still, make very little money. So the focus I think for artists is we we want to get our music published and synced in television, all that. So I was fortunate last year. A friend of mine was doing music supervision on a film starring Sharon Stone, and he was doing close work with the director. So he reached out to a few friends, and he's like, "Hey, just give me your music. I'll submit it to her. Don't know what'll happen." But he had me over, I watched the film, and I, told him, give her this song for this scene, this song for this scene, this song for that scene. Because I know that's how they work. It's like, if you just give them specifics, then you're more likely to get placed. And then I didn't hear anything from him for 5-6 months. And then he sends me a text, hey, the director loved It's Only Love. She loves that song, so it's in the film. I was like, what? Wow. So it's really cool. So I've got, this film is called All I Wish, and it's going to be coming out March 30th, and it's going to be streamed, and I think it's going to be some theaters as well. So my song, if you listen very carefully, is in a little bar scene with Sharon Stone and her love interest, and you could hear it in the background.
Awesome.
Cool. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. It's exciting. It's fun, and I'd love to get more opportunities like that. So just putting that out there. If anybody's hearing who does that, feel free to contact me.
Well, they say the first one is the hardest. So
because then you're like, okay, I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
This music thing is real. So you just keep chugging away, and that's all we can do is just keep making good music. Hope for the best.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm gonna interject another song here.
Yeah.
I did one original when we opened, and I'm going to do a cover now that I haven't done here in a while, because don't you know last night was St. Patrick's Day?
Oh yes.
And everybody was out there drinking their green beer and their green vodka and their green whatever the hell else, and getting themselves into a state of mind where they did all sorts of things they shouldn't have done. And so this is in honor of that. This is an old Irish, kind of a standard Irish folk song. It was recorded initially by Fairport Convention, and since then Richard Thompson, who was in Fairport Convention, has done it on his own. And I just love this song. It's got everything. It's got sex, murder, betrayal. I don't know if it mentions drinking, but it's got everything else. So everything that drinking leads to. So this is the Ballad of Matty Groves, don't you know?
holiday and the first one of the year. Lord Arlen's wife went into the church, the gospel for to hear. And when the meeting was done, she cast her eyes about, and there she saw little Mattie Groves walking in the crowd. Come home with me, little Mattie Groves, come home with me tonight. Come home with me, little Mattie Groves, and sleep with me till light. Oh, I can't come home, won't come home, sleep with you tonight. And by the rings on your fingers I can tell you are Lord Arlen's wife. Well, what if I am Lord Arlen's wife? Lord Arlen's not at home. He is out in the far cornfields bringing the yearlings home. Now a servant who was standing by, hearing what was said, he swore Lord Arlen he would know before the sun would set. And in his hurry he carried the news, he bent his breast and ran. And when he came to the broad mill stream, he took off his shoes and swam. Little Mattie Groves, he lay down, take a little sleep. When he awoke, Lord Arlen was standing at his feet, saying, how do you like my feather bed? How do you like my sheets? How do you like my lady who lies in your arms asleep? Quite well, I like your feather bed, and well, I like your sheets, and better I like your lady who lies in my arms asleep. Well, get up, Lord Arlen cried, get up as quick as you can. It'll never be said in fair England I slew a naked man. Oh, I can't get up, I won't get up, I can't get up from my life. For you have two long beaten swords, and I not a pocket knife. Yes, it's true, I have two beaten swords, and they cost me deep in the purse. But you will have the better of them, and I will have the worse. And you will strike the very first blow, and strike it like a man. And I will strike the very next blow, and I'll kill you if I can. Well, Mattie struck the very first blow, hurt Lord Arlen sore. Lord Arlen struck the very next blow, and Mattie struck no more. Then Lord Arlen, he took his wife, sat her on his knee, saying, who do you like the best of us, Mattie Groves or me? And up spoke his own dear wife, never heard to speak so free. I'd rather a kiss from dead Mattie's lips than you or your finery. Oh, Lord Arlen, he jumped up and loudly he did bawl. He struck his wife right through the heart, pinned her to the wall. A grave, Lord Arlen cried, to put these lovers in, but bury my lady at the top, for she was of noble kin.
The Ballad of Matty Groves.
Another tragic.
So, yeah, that's a nice song for a Sunday morning, don't you think? So, I kind of, we can just touch on this very lightly, but I figure we need to include it. It's public information. I mentioned before we got on camera, and said, "Oh, and you're also an actor," and you went, "Oh my God." So, are you? Let me just ask, are you still doing any acting?
Not really. And
you're in the Mecca for it.
Yeah, I am. But honestly, when I was living in Manhattan, I grew up in New York mostly, and I was living in Manhattan. I was doing the whole acting thing there also. But I started. I mean, my first passion has always been music. So I left medical school to pursue music. I did 6 months of med school, and I was like, this is somebody else's life. So moved to Manhattan from my family's home, which is upstate New York, Westchester. Suburbs, and I just pursued music, and I joined a band, and I was taking voice lessons, and started to write, picked up guitar, fell into acting, kind of just started doing plays and stuff like that. Before you knew it, I had a bit part on a soap. I was like a recurring speaking bartender on Guiding Light, and then I did a Law and Order cop episode speaking part, which was like a really big deal in New York. And I was like, oh, I guess I'll just do this. Moved to LA, was doing it here for a while, but then really just woke up, was like, this is not something I never intended to get into.
It wasn't a passion
at some
for you?
point, it was passion, like I enjoy doing it, and it's helped me with my performing for sure. But I think at some point in your life, you have to make a choice. If you want to be really good at something, you can't do everything. Mm-hmm. And acting, as actors in LA know, is a huge commitment. It's a huge investment of time and energy and money and all of it. And I don't like to do things, half-assed. So I just was like, this is my heart is. When I have free time, I want to go home and write songs and play my guitar and sing. I'm not running home to read plays and watch movies. Mm-hmm. That's told me something. So now I'll still, if somebody offers me something, I'll do it. I'll go out on some commercial auditions. Did like a commercial a couple years ago. Great, profitable. Thank you, universe. I'd love to get more, but it's not something I'm chasing. No.
So okay, well that's I'm more or less in the same place. So it's not you're not like never again.
Oh no, absolutely not. I mean, ideally, I'd love to get a part where I'm like playing music and acting. That'd be great. But yeah, I would love. I mean, if somebody offered me a part that was good, that I would want, a story I wanted to tell. That was another thing too. I was going out for stuff where I was like, I don't want to do this. Mm-hmm. This is a waste of my time. So.
Ronnie Cox. Do you know who he is? He's an older guy now. He was Drew, the guy that got shot in
Deliverance.
Thank you, Deliverance.
Oh, okay, all right.
And he's done. He was the chief of police in Beverly Hills Cop, and he's done a ton of things, movies and TV and different things. And he's primarily known as an actor, but he's also a folk singer and a songwriter.
Oh, wow.
And he has a couple albums, and he and I are kind of friends, and he has told me a couple of times that he really kind of made his career as an actor, and he said, I still enjoy it, and I'll still do it, but he said, just like you just said, he said, really, my first love has always been music, and so he said, I'm at the point now where, if somebody wants me to act in something, they have to beg and plead, and I make them pay me just ridiculous, stupid money. And if they want me bad enough, I'll do it. But he said, I'll go out and play music for practically nothing.
And that is a guidance like that. You got to listen to that.
Yeah,
I'm the same. If somebody says, "Hey, you want to do my student film?" I'm like, absolutely not. I have no interest in spending a day doing that. Zero.
Yeah.
But if they're like, "Hey, play our fundraiser benefit show for no money," okay, I'll consider it because I love playing music and connecting with people. That's my craft. So
but given a choice between doing a gig playing music for $1,000 or being on a TV show for $1,000, you would take the music.
Absolutely, in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, you got another song for us?
I do. Yeah, I'll play one more for you guys. We'll switch it up a little bit and play. I'll play something from my first album. First album is called Human, and I brought you guys CDs. So
Thank you.
I don't know if you still use CDs.
We do.
While he's tuning up, let me Joseph Eid's CDs.
That's his new album. That's his first album. Nice photography.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so this is a song called "Hit Me Up," and it's a song about kind of asking for what you want, what you need in life. And I always like preface it by saying I was a pretty shy kid, very shy. So it's kind of funny that I do this now. And I used to expect people to read my mind when I was a kid. And I like had a hard time being like, I want this or give me that. That's changed a little bit. This is called "Hit Me Up." 1, 2, 3, 4. I would love to spin you round and round on my dance floor, but I know how you love to spin your mind before you let go. Don't let indecision make you cold, 'cause it'll hold you up and fold you up and make you grow old. But I'm gonna make it easy, you know you got me, so don't make it harder. If you want me, don't think it over, just come on over. Hit me up, hit me up, hit me up, hit me up. I know that you're dying, but too shy to walk in my door. But I know all your hesitations, 'cause I've been there before. So don't let indecision waste your time. Stop resisting your instincts and come meet mine. Make a decision, 'cause you know you got me. And my intuition tells me you want me. Don't think it over, just come on over and hit me up, hit me up, hit me up, hit me up. There was a time when I sat and I waited. Yeah, I took a simple matter, but I complicated. Love don't wait, so please don't wait. No, 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 no. You don't wanna look back and say you lost me, 'cause baby, I want you now like you want me. Don't think it over, just come on over. Don't think it over, just come on over. You can think it over, but please don't take forever. Don't take forever to hit me up, hit me up, hit me up, hit me up. Alright, hit me up, hit me up, hit me up, hit me up.
Very cool.
Nice.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, that was really nice. Some really nice guitar playing there too.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I really enjoy yours as well.
So thank you. We seem to be running a little bit long as we tend to do here. So I'm going to dive into one last song that Joseph is going to sing with me, because you have really such a sweet voice. I know
Thanks,
people
man.
watching are going to say, why didn't you guys sing something together? So we're going to. This is another cover song that I have played here before, but it's been a little while, and it's a song I feel pretty strongly about these days. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it. This is a little Stephen Van Zandt song, which was sung by Jackson Brown, and we talked about this a little bit before. We've never actually played this song together. We've never actually played anything together. But
never sung this song.
We'll just go for it. We'll just see what happens here. Once again, I want to thank you all for joining us. As tends to be the case lately, especially when we run long, I don't spend as much time chatting and saying hi with a lot of you as I probably should. We're going to find a way to work that out. But we certainly, Hillary and I, appreciate you being here. We appreciate you liking and sharing, those of you who do. Invite your friends to come and watch this show also and come back and join us next week, when my guest will be Richard Robinson, engineer, producer, equipment guy, and it's going to be basically a redo of a show we tried to do several months ago with him, and we were plagued by technical difficulties, so we're going to bring him back and do a show with him next week. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Thanks for being a part of this. Joseph Eid, thank you. Again, you're every Monday night in LA. Yep. Where is it again?
Bar Medellin, downtown Los Angeles. It's always on my Facebook page, my Instagram, all that stuff.
Yeah,
at Joseph Eid Music.
Post your Facebook page too, and the actual event too.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah. Thanks for coming. All right. This is I Am a Patriot by Jackson Browne. We'll see you next week. And the river opens for the righteous, 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 and the river opens for the righteous someday. Well, I was talking with my brother, and he asked me, what's on your mind? I said, what I believe in my soul ain't what I see with my eyes, and we must not turn our backs this time. I am a patriot, and I love my country, because my country is all I know. I want to be with my family, and people who understand me. I got no place else to go. And the river opens for the righteous, and the river opens for the righteous, and the river opens for the righteous, and the river opens for the righteous someday. Now I was walking with my sister. She looked so fine, and I said, baby, what's on your mind? She said, I want to run with the lions, released from the cages, released from the rages, burning in my heart tonight. And I ain't no communist, and I ain't no capitalist, and I ain't no socialist, I ain't no imperialist, I ain't no Democrat, and I ain't no Republican. Only know one party, and its name is freedom. I am a patriot, and I love my country, because my country is all I know. I want to be with my family, and people who understand me. I got no place else to go. And the river opens for the righteous, and the river opens
for the righteous, and the river opens for the righteous, and the river opens for the righteous, and the river opens for the righteous, and the river opens for the righteous, river opens for the righteous, opens for the righteous, and the river opens for the righteous. And I love my country, opens for the righteous, no place else to go. And the river opens for the righteous, and the river opens for the righteous, and the river opens for the righteous someday.
Yeah.
Thank you. Joseph Eid. Thank you very much, man.
You.
And thank you again for joining us. We are long, so we're going to go ahead and sign off. We will see you next week, right back here on Sunday Morning Live with me, your host, John M., and with Hillary behind the camera, and our guest next week, Richard Robinson. Hillary, you want to say anything to anybody?
Yes, thank you everybody for coming and joining and sharing, and have a great week.